coming up on this podcast. Women doing the makeup. Well, have you seen them in the morning sometimes? Fucking halfway down M6 and they're there with mascara like that. Fucking brow pencil. First thing on a fucking Monday, they got toast in one hand holding steering wheel. They got eyebrow pencil.
I used to work.
Whilst looking in fucking mirrors, like, is she looking at me or is she doing her eyebrows? Can you imagine in Big Dave the truck, fucking bean juice chipping off his chin? He looks in his mirror and they just see me doing me quiff. What happens there? What do you reckon? How do you reckon they?
Highway maintenance.
Do you reckon they have like a big fucking like a net you use for
Definitely
catching sticklebacks and the driving past? They're like, you ready? Scoop the bastard up.
100%. That does not happen.
And they were like there was like a grass bank, and they were all on the phones and stuff. And I'm driving, thinking nothing of it. Next thing, it was like. And I was like, what the fuck? And then I looked in my mirror had all bent in. I was like, what the fuck has just happened? Because I was just in my own little world, sat stationary at a red traffic light. Next thing you know, I just had a crash. And my back window went through. And I was like, what the fucking hell has just happened?
This fucking horse comes to the window. He knocks on window and he says, do you think that's funny, lad? I went, no.
Okay, welcome back to the podcast. This is podcast number 8. And today we're joined by Tom again. Welcome back. Enjoyed it that much the first time that he offered his services to come back. If you're watching on YouTube, you can probably see on the message board. This podcast is about driving. It's going to be more of a therapy session for me and Tom, because quite frankly, I cannot stand driving, although I do drive. So I'm going to start with... You're trying to peep at me. Peep at me notes. I'm going to...
One step ahead here.
I'm going to jump straight into this with people who use the phone when they're driving. First of all, like I said, this is going to be therapy, so it's just going to be me rambling on. But first of all, people who use Snapchat whilst they're driving, you've probably seen it. You've probably seen it yourself. You go on somebody's story, and they'll be like, I don't know, there'll be one of their favourite songs on the radio, and they think, oh, I need to record this.
Yeah, and you sent videos of people's radios constantly.
Like, no one gives a shit. Oh, there's a tune on the thing. I mean, how many times have you looked on somebody's Snapchat story when they're recording a song on the phone whilst they're driving? So they're recording the fucking wheel.
Yeah, man.
How many times have you clicked on one of them and thought, you know what? I really enjoyed watching that snap. How many times?
Never.
You don't?
Well, you see loads of them, but I never enjoy them.
Yeah, well, it's just fucking stupid.
You don't even get the full song.
I know. You get the chorus.
Yeah.
It's crap. But what I'm saying is, so I'm going to go a bit deep straight away.
Going deep, Ron.
Going deep straight away, because it fucks me out. Honestly, it pisses me off so much. The people who do this, people who just Snapchat while they're driving, it fucks me off. Unless they're a passenger. I know, mate, I'm raging. I'm boiling inside. Because I look at it this way.
Still Snapchat?
I look at it this way, though, if they've got, some people are doing it, you know, they've got kids in the car. Yeah, they've got kids in the car. Or, the perfect example, this is what I always think when I see these snaps. So they're recording. Obviously, I don't care what anyone says, I've got this driving level and I can multitask whilst I'm driving, blah, blah, blah. No, it's bullshit. It's a distraction because you have to put it in your hand and you have to start recording with the button. So
you have to have hold of it.
Yeah, you have to have hold of it, and then they're aiming it at the front of the road. Nobody gives a fuck what the M6 looks like at 3 o'clock on a Tuesday. Do they?
No.
And no one gives a shit about the shit song what's currently on the radio. Everybody has got access to YouTube, Spotify. They can listen to whatever they want. So the way I see it, say if you're on, somebody's driving on the road and then they're recording a song on the radio, they're distracted straight away.
Yeah.
And then a little kid runs out on the road.
Gone.
Said knobhead who's on the phone, recording the favourite fucking song on the radio on Snapchat to put on the story, which nobody gives a fuck about. Yeah. They're distracted by the phone, bam, they hit the little kid.
Exactly.
A family's
It's dangerous,
life could potentially be ruined for them recording a fucking song on the radio.
Yeah.
Do you see where I'm going from?
Yeah.
And this is why it infuriates me. People on the phones in general, like taking phone calls, texting. You can see them when you sat at traffic lights.
Anything where you have to use your hands is bad.
Yeah, well, you see them at the traffic lights all the time. You see them like looking down into like the what's it called, like the middle bit where you put your drinks and stuff like that. Centre console.
Yeah, yes.
Is that the name?
I don't know.
Oh, well, we'll call it the centre console.
Call it middle. Yeah, it is.
The
Centre console.
Centre console underneath the radio.
Yeah.
But you see people at traffic lights, and you can see them just looking down at
all the time.
Just fucking, if you're watching on YouTube, you see they're just looking down like that all the fucking time.
Like meeting notes.
Oh yeah, it's like fucking hell. Your knees can't be that interesting. They're doing something.
Phones have got the thing now though. If you link to a car, you can put it on Do Not Disturb. So like, it won't let you text or you won't receive text whilst you're driving. It'll only take phone calls over Bluetooth.
How many people do you think use that feature?
One person uses it and he knows who uses it, but it drives me crackers because every time I text him, I get 2 texts back saying he's driving and it just fills up the text message.
Yeah, but that's good though.
It is good, but just tell me once in a little text.
Yeah.
They've gone way overboard with it, but
I reckon there should be like signal blockers in cars.
Well,
I know they say
if you're taking a call
with hands Bluetooth, the old fucking earpiece. But I just don't. You can see me I get wound up about it.
Yeah, but if you, like you say, if you get a text, you're 30 seconds you're looking at a text and texting back.
That's what I mean.
You haven't got eyes on the road.
It pisses me off. I mean,
it don't matter how good a driver you are. If someone slams on when you're looking at that phone, you're straight back.
That's it. That's what I'm saying.
Let's say the kid runs out.
It's like people do it on the... well, that's my main concern. Yeah. And people who have the kids with them in the car. And
exactly, so you do that, you're going to the back of someone, you've got 2 kids in the back. Just endangering life.
Just really... That's one of the first things what really, really pisses me off about driving. People who are on the fucking phones, just please, just fucking stop.
Stop, I'll just wait.
Just stop. Oh yeah, wait or pull up. There's how many hard shoulders? I feel like I'm a fucking...
Yeah, but you can't stop
like
on the hard shoulder.
Just wait. A road safety man here. It just really, really, really annoys me. And I think it's unnecessary. I do. Can that text wait? Does fucking...
If it was that much of an emergency, they'd ring you.
Yeah. Does... People are doing it like they're talking in group chats while they're driving and shit like that.
Yeah.
Nobody gives a fuck what you
90% bullshit.
Like, exactly. Texting your mate. Oh, I don't know. I'll keep it.
You can get cars now with all this Apple stuff, and you can reply via your voice, like, which is good.
Yeah, but nobody's doing it.
No one's doing it now. People read a text.
That's what I mean. So that's like a massive distraction. That's one thing what really gets on my skin because people's lives can be ruined. I feel like I'm a fucking old man saying this, but it's right though, isn't it, mate?
Yeah, definitely.
Like people's lives can get
exactly.
The people's lives can be fucking ruined just because. I'm using that Snapchat thing as an example, but there's all sorts like over a text. Say if I'm driving down a road and I text you, oh, have you seen who United have signed? And then whilst I'm texting you that, I swerve, hit another car. That car has a family in it. And there could be a fatality there.
Yeah.
Did my text to you really fucking mean anything?
No.
It's pointless, isn't it?
But you can't help but look. Like, people need to start putting their phones on Do Not Disturb.
I keep it in my pocket whilst I'm driving.
Exactly, but people don't. They put it, like I say, in the centre console. As soon as that phone bleeps, the first instinct people do is look at the phone.
Yeah.
And they can't help it, so just put it on Do Not Disturb. That's what you need to do.
Do not disturb everyone. So everyone watching this.
People spend too much time on phones anyway.
Tom's tips. Bush's tips. I'm cool. I always I've known you as Bush forever.
You can call me Bush if you want.
Bush.
People know my real identity.
Talking of distractions.
Synchronised swig.
Anyone listening on audio, we've just took a sip of our water at exactly the same time. Talking of distractions, another thing, people are going to go, you sexist pig, but women doing the makeup. Have you seen him in the morning sometimes?
God, you've got
Fucking halfway down M6 and they're there with mascara like that.
bang
Fucking
out
brow
of it.
pencil. First thing on a fucking Monday, they got toast in one hand holding steering wheel. They got eyebrow pencil.
I used to work.
Whilst looking in fucking mirror, I was like, is she looking at me or is she doing her eyebrows?
I used to work in Salford every morning, and driving to Salford, when you stop-start traffic, you see so many women doing the makeup on the way to work. So many.
It's bad, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is it illegal or?
I don't know. Probably. I assume so. Driving without due care and attention, innit?
Well, yeah, it's just...
Probably depends on copper who stops you.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's bang out of order. It's like that with brush and everything.
Imagine if you took like hair, you know, you had a pot of hair product and you're doing your hair all the way to making work. Can you imagine? With paddle brush.
Yeah.
Don't quiff this.
When you get to that first corner, you can't turn because your hand's slipping.
Big truck of Dave's behind you. This fucking really, you know.
What? What are you on about?
Nothing.
I think he's trying to go dark here.
Look at this fucking man in front with fucking paddle brush doing his hair. Can you imagine him, Big Dave the truck, fucking bean juice chipping off his chin? He looks in his mirror and they just see me doing me quiff. Well, yeah. Distractions aren't that good, are they?
No.
On to my next point.
But it distracts me, and I was thinking, what's she doing all the makeup for? She's going to hit that car in a minute.
Well, yeah, but it does. It's like a chain reaction because then you're getting distracted by them distracting themselves.
Yeah, exactly.
And then the person in front of you might be distracted. What's he looking at?
Yeah.
Which then gets me
on
to
too
me.
far here.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
I know. Next thing we will talk
pigeon
about.
can distract you.
While we're at while we're at it, we'll segue into rubberneckers actually because they're a big distraction. One person crashes. Why? As a race of fucking humanoids, one person crashes, everyone slows down.
Oh, yeah,
it's been dragged into the fucking hard shoulder, and everyone's rubbernecking.
Yeah, big time.
And everyone looks.
So
everyone slows down, and everyone slows down. Oh, there's nothing in front of them. Everyone's slowing down, and everyone's looking. Why? And
the nosy.
Yeah, we're nosy.
Yeah, we all do it.
Oh, fucking hell, look at that. Oh, my
thing is, by the time I get there, because I've been sat in traffic, I'm going slow anyway, so I have a right good look anyway.
Yeah. Well, you were late. You were late hearing today.
Well, my fault,
because of traffic.
I don't even know what it was. I didn't even get to the end of it. I came off the motorway before I got to the end of it. But that's another thing that we should tell you. At motorway junction, before you pull onto the motorway, put a sign there, man, saying traffic's heavy.
Yeah.
Go a different way. Because I pulled on the motorway, did about half a mile, and then boom, I'm in standstill traffic. And if I'd known that was there, I wouldn't have gone on the motorway, I would have gone a different way.
Yeah, the matrix signs are a bit fucking weird sometimes.
Well, they're just on the motorway, they're not on junctions, are they?
Well, yeah. There is some junctions you go on. Well, they'll just be like the one here at junction 28 for Leyland. there's a sign. There's a little square one. There's like a speed sign, isn't there? So if it's busy, it says 50 mile an hour.
No, it doesn't.
Or 40, whatever. But the matrix signs. Do you know which one gets me the worst?
Go on.
The one what says debris in road. There's fucking never any debris in the road.
No,
there's not.
No.
You were on the other day. Do you know what I seen actually on the motorway the other day? I was driving back from work, and there were them. Do you know them wagon straps? What they called the ratchet straps?
Yeah,
there was some of them in one lane. There was like two of them in one lane, like in the middle of the lane, though. So you weren't going to drive over them. Debris in road.
Yeah.
What happens there? What do you reckon? How do you reckon
highway maintenance?
Do you reckon they have like a big fucking like a net used for
definitely
catching sticklebacks and they're driving past? They're like, you ready? Scoop the bastard up.
100%. That does not happen.
Yeah, well,
just slow motorway down with them big things.
It's like dead animals in the motorway though. How do they get rid of like small animals like squirrels and pigeons?
They'll have them big them trucks with big arrows on back, slow motorway down, and then get it and then.
Have you ever seen a rolling roadblock?
Not personally.
What police do?
No.
Cool,
Explain.
They're like a... I don't know how to explain them. Google it. Everyone Google it, YouTube it.
Awesome description for a podcast.
I had a few lagers last night and tried to fucking rehydrate again. Getting on, I can't hack it anymore.
Can I swig? Cheers, all best.
Fucking hell. Bit of a H2O. Next thing, we'll go on to ignorant drivers. These really grind my fucking gears.
Go on.
Right, if you're watching on video, you can watch in the time how long it takes me to do this. What, 1 second? Anyone listening on audio, I did the hand signal to say thank you. Why do some people not fucking use it? It's the most simple. I mean, manners in general, people just fuck me off and they've got no manners. But how easy is it to do that?
It is easy, but it goes down. It goes down to personality.
Flashing your stalk, like just to acknowledge,
yeah.
Pressing your fucking hazards just to say thank you. Someone who lets you on the motorway. Something. Why do some people not have no fucking manners? And honestly, I get these really bad things running through my head when people don't say thank you. I was like, do I chase him down? Get out of my car and fucking scream at this man?
Issues then, mate.
Honestly, no, that's one thing. It really gets to me. It affects my day.
Chill out, man.
It does. I fucking hate them. I do. Like, why can't people just thank you or bang, hazards are on. Cheers, nice one. You've acknowledged me. Thanks, we're all humans.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Some people,
mean,
it's the ones who let you in, or the ones who say if they're coming out of a junction and they just force themselves out into the middle of the road like an old folk with a Zimmer frame. They just. I'm not on about old folks in Zimmer frames, but do you know what I mean? They'll just edge the way, put the nose in so you can't get past, and then they have the cheek. They've already done it. Then they have the cheek to go, put their hand up, and oh, thank you. Why are you thanking me? I didn't fucking let you out in the first place.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. The worst one I find is on roundabouts when the traffic building up on a roundabout and say you want to turn right and then they block it all off. It's just like, that's not how a fucking roundabout works. It's meant to continue the flow of traffic, man. Just leave a gap.
Yeah, it's like what's it called sometimes? I don't know why, but my brain works a bit strange, but I feel like it's like do you like an old Western film sometimes at roundabouts? And that tune, do you like... You know the old Western song? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
that
I know the song.
Wait, I'll explain. So that song, that song comes into my head. Do you know when you get to a roundabout? Say there's three entrances to a roundabout. Mate, this mainly happens on mini roundabouts, and you get there, and it's a standoff to who goes first, and the song plays in my head. It's and then who dares wins, innit?
Yeah, everyone edges as well. You all end up touching bumpers in the middle of the roundabout.
It's like a video buffering.
Yeah.
And then who goes first? And then you're looking to your right, he's looking to his right, then he's looking to his right, and it's just a circle. Everyone's just like pigeons. Everyone's just moving their heads around.
Someone eventually gets it as enough and puts a foot down.
Or what'll happen is two will like slowly edge out at the same time, and then they've seen that they're both. Oh, we can't do that, and then the other one goes.
Yeah.
I'm usually the one with the balls. I'm like, fuck this, I'm off. Do you know what I mean?
Because everyone's rushing, man. There's so many cars on the road.
But yeah, standoff. It's like a Western.
Yeah.
With the song, which I'm not going to do again. We'll get fucking copyrighted for that, me humming that song.
Nah, you'll be right. Just edit it in.
So, edit the song in?
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, roundabout standoffs. I actually went into that, didn't even realise.
Please tell me on the notes that you've got people crossing roads.
Go on.
Have you?
No, go on.
Alright. What really gets on my nerves is when people cross road and make the car slow down.
Pedestrians now.
Yeah, pedestrians, man. It happened to me yesterday. Someone was on the phone, a pedestrian, walked across the road in front of me. I had my missing car and a little kid, pregnant missing car and a little kid. Had to anchor on. This girl just like, fair enough, she did the wave. Sorry, but flipping it.
Sorry for being a fucking idiot.
Yeah, just pay attention, like... Yeah, we've got brakes, but we can't stop in time. It's gonna fucking hurt.
Phones are
it's so bad.
Slightly going back to distractions, but this time last year, actually, I don't know if you've clocked because I'm such a stingy bastard. You know my wing mirror; it's got the tip around it.
Yeah,
it's still like that from a year ago. What was happening was I was driving just on a 30-mile-an-hour road. Wasn't a busy area though. I don't want to name drop places too much because. People listening to this, no, I'm not getting myself in trouble. It's just, I keep banging on about Leyland. It's a fucking great town, but Morrison's in Leyland. Google Earth it. Morrison's in Leyland. You go down the side.
Yeah.
So you're going into Centurion Way, isn't it? I think.
Yeah.
So going down there,
I'm not name dropping.
Fucking name drop the old map. Couldn't find me. No, don't. I don't live there.
We'll give you his postcode at end.
I was driving down there, and there was a group of, there were probably about 12, 13-year-olds. I clocked them. There were loads
12, 13-year-olds or 12 to 13-year-olds?
So they were around 12, 13.
Right, okay. No, there wasn't 12 of them.
Young adults.
Yeah, there wasn't 12, 13-year-olds though.
No,
like 12, right.
They might have been.
Yeah.
I didn't head count them.
You should have head counted.
I was driving, so I was just driving away. And I was going normal speed, 30, 20, edging up to 30 mile an hour. And they were like there was like a grass bank, and they were all on the phones and stuff, and I'm driving, thinking nothing of it. Next thing I was just like, and I was like, what the fuck? And then I looked in my mirror had all bent in. I was like, what the fuck has just happened? So I've pulled up, and then there was this girl from this group, she was like holding her arm, but my wing mirror has smashed in.
Yeah.
And then I looked in my rear view, and I'd seen this girl holding her arm. I was like, what the fuck? So I had no glass on my wing mirror. So I got out, I pulled over, turned my car off, went like with my wing mirror, pulled my wing mirror out, got glass going everywhere. And I was like, what the fuck? She was holding her arm. So I walked towards her. I said, oh, you all right? And she went, yeah, I'm fine. I said, what just happened? I literally didn't know what happened. All I knew is that my wing mirror was bollocks. So what's happened there? And she said, no, nothing. I walked out in front of your car. But all the mates were just a bit like, what the fuck? And I was just like, how? How did you walk out in front of my car? So what she's done, she's walked out and her arms caught my wing mirror.
Yeah.
She's been looking at her phone, and she's not been looking at the road, and she's walked out into the middle of the road, and her elbows hit my wing mirror. So I was like, I didn't go mad or anything. I was more concerned, for the kid. Right. So I said, all right. I said, are you okay? And then she was like, yeah, honestly, I'm fine. I said, I tell you what. I said, take my number. I said, best thing to do now. I said, go home to your parents. I said, here's my phone number. Get one of your parents to call me up.
Yeah.
And just get one of your parents to, take you to A&E just to make sure that you're all right. But make sure you go home and get one of your parents to give me a ring, just so I can explain everything what happened.
Yeah.
And she was like, yeah, she was like, oh, I'm so sorry about your mirror. I can pay for it, blah, blah. Do you know what I mean? It was just like worry kid. I was like, listen, don't worry about my wing mirror. Yeah. I said, I'm more bothered.
More to life than a wing mirror.
Yeah. I thought to myself, my main concern here is that you're all right and that your parents know that, that you've walked out in front of my car.
Yeah.
But yeah, then she kept banging on the drum like, oh, I'll pay for your wing mirror, I'll pay for how much it is, blah, blah. I said, listen, don't worry about it, anyway, so just make sure you go and get checked out. So I've got back home, and then about an hour and a half later, I get a text message, and it said something like, I'm not paying you shit,
You ran my kid over.
No. No. Something like I've fractured my wrist. I'm not paying you shit, or something like that. And I was I wasn't sure. Off a number.
Yeah.
And then I thought to myself, I'm not gonna message back to that because I don't know whether that's the parents, whether it were her. She's probably not told the parents, has she?
No.
Do you know what I mean? And I didn't hear.
I say you don't know who it's from.
I didn't hear anything else about it. But what would you do the same thing in a situation like that? And I don't know.
It's up to her, isn't it? If you
I did the good thing in my opinion.
Yeah, you give you details and everything. You not just walked away from it. You stopped for that first thing. You stopped.
Yeah.
You give your number and then it's up to her to go to hospital and do all that.
Fucking kids are today. Fancy that though. I ain't paying you shit.
Yeah, there's a lot of people
homeboy.
It'll be nice to your face and then behind social media and text messages they'll give it the big one.
Keyboard warriors.
Yeah, keyboard warriors, man. Yeah.
I wonder how long it... No, actually,
I'll say it wrong.
I wonder how long it took her to write that text because she said she fractured her wrist.
Oh, she just used her other hand.
Fucking voice recognition, like you say.
Yeah.
Siri, listen.
She's probably listening to this.
No.
You get yourself in shit.
Huh?
You're going to get yourself in trouble.
No, I'm not. I'm not because I did the good thing there.
You still not had your wing mirror fixed?
I did the good thing.
You did, man.
Do you know another thing about driving?
Go on.
This is getting deep now.
Go on.
When I'm on the motorway, sometimes this is going to make a lot of people think, and I wasn't going to say it, but I'm going to say it now. Anyone can end anyone's life when you're driving. I think this is why I don't really like it that much. You're on a motorway, no, think about it. I know, my mind runs wild places, but
you like them things off when they have them visions on. What's that film?
Final Destination.
Yeah, you like Final Destination kids.
No, but think about it. Just think about it. An Arctic wagon can end lives like quick.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? What I'm trying to say is like it only takes one person to, to kind of like be having enough of life, and then I find it bizarre.
Easily done.
No, but it is good. It's good in a way as well because how it's such like, especially driving on a motorway, we trust each other so fucking much as humans, don't we? It's mad though when you think about it.
That's high speed, man. You crop it at that speed.
I've seen some things. I went to Leeds the other weekend, and I seen this bloke in a BM, and he was cutting in and out of lanes, cutting people up. Honestly, I've never seen nothing like it.
Yeah,
I was like, what the fuck are you doing? But he weren't doing it at like 70, he was doing it at like 100 mile an hour.
Yeah.
Like narrowly missing lorries and shit. I don't know whether he was on run or something, but it didn't look too great. I got a letter as well last week, because my insurance is up for renewal. A little tip here, money saving expert, not Martin Lewis, it's me, Byron. I got to read my renewal letter through.
Yeah.
And last year it was 80. I don't know how at my tender age of 27 that I'm still paying fucking 80. I was paying 85 quid a month for the Hastings premium service. I'm fucking even name dropping them now. I need some fucking royalties. But yeah, 86 quid a month, and that gets you a RAC breakdown cover.
Yeah.
What else did it get me? Legal cover.
Wing mirror cover.
Fucking didn't get me wing mirror cover. Still got a fucking lot of sellotape. It's not even duct tape, it's sellotape. You can see through it. It's transparent, isn't it? So yeah, 86 quid a month. Last year I was paying 85 quid a month. I was like, mint, it's gone up a quid. But hold on. I'm going to go online now and check on my little meerkat mates and see what they can do for me. Compare the market, bam. Came up, Hastings Premier, 56 quid a month. I said, hold on a minute. Like, I've just got a letter saying my renewal's exactly the same details.
Yeah.
Online I'm getting it with the same company.
Yeah.
For 56 quid a month. So I rang them up. I've got this renewal letter through. It's coming through at £86 a month. I've done the exact same quote online, 56 quid a month. Why try to rip me off?
Yeah.
And they was like, it might be because you've added another year's no claims, blah, blah, blah. I said, yeah, but surely your systems can update that.
They don't know, it's just...
And it ended up getting 56 quid a month. But that's how they get people.
Yeah, exactly.
The bastards.
Yeah.
But it's mainly, I think, like, mainly the older generation. They'll just be like, oh, it's that this year, and they just settle with it. But obviously, you know, the younger generation, or I'm going to be ageist here, but like people who we'll just say 60 and below, for example. Yeah. You know, we know about the technology. We can go online and have a quick look now. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. But the older people, they're probably just going to get they'll probably get ripped off. But like, why are these companies doing this? So if you are going to get if you've got a renewal coming up, always make sure when you get the letter from your insurer, go on to compare the market and just put your details in.
Every time.
Just to make sure every year.
Daily. I remember buying a car and then got pushed back by a week because I couldn't pick the car up. And so I went online, did my insurance, and then did it like a few days later to change the date of it because I knew it was coming like a week later.
Yeah.
And the insurance was cheaper because I did it 2 days later. Stuff like that.
It's stupid, isn't it?
Yeah. It's all generated by a computer. They don't do much now, do they?
No.
Some robot telling you.
It's a lot of bollocks.
They do have statistics and stuff like that, don't they? Like how many people are crashing and that sort of thing. I don't know. I
mean, I think when I first started driving, I think the most I ever paid for my insurance when I was 17, I think it was, I had a Punto ELX 1.2.
Smooth.
Little silver Thai Beast, its nickname was, It's because I was buying it from my friend, and he, like, I don't think, it was autocorrect. he said, when are you going to come and pick up the beast? But it auto-corrected it to Ty.
Beast.
So it was Ty Beast. When are you going to pick up Ty Beast? So then my punter's nickname was Ty Beast. Yeah. $1,200 I paid for that. But even now...
What did you sell it for?
Well, quick story about that one. I went working abroad, didn't I?
Yeah.
And it was left on my drive while I was doing a season. Came back and it weren't really firing up. And this fella, who was like a takeaway delivery bloke, this is when I was at my mum and dad's. He knocked on the door and he says, "Hiya, mate." He said, "I've noticed when I deliver around here all the time. I've noticed that." That car's been sat there for ages. Is it alright if I can buy it? Well, are you selling it? I said, no, not really. He said, I'll give you 100 quid for it. I said, get lost. I said, alright, I'll give you 150 quid for it and I'll come and get it. I said, it don't drive. He says, oh, it's alright. He said, I'll get the AA to come, but it were really sketchy, like. Yeah. It wasn't his AA, it was his brother's.
Yeah.
Similar names and stuff like that. And then they came and picked it up. Yeah, you can imagine, can't you? You know what I mean? It was a bit fucking dodgy, but yeah.
Just wanted rid of it.
Yeah, well, I got a bit of money for it. And then I didn't drive for 5 years.
I know, I kept picking you up.
No, I didn't need to. I didn't need to, though. I fucking hate it. You know I hate it.
Yeah, but you have to do it for work and stuff now.
Well, yeah, I have to now because I'm self-employed. And it's going dicky at the minute. I've had it in garage twice in the past week.
My car has been forever in garage. But any car does. You can say any car's reliable, it doesn't. Well, we bought a 17 plate car and then within a year of having it, the gearbox went. Luckily it was under warranty.
Fucking 2 years?
Yeah. First year the gearbox went.
Was that Ranger?
No, it was the car we've got now.
That were a beast, that Ranger, isn't it?
Yeah. BMW X1 we've got now. 17 plate. Gearbox has gone in it. Centre console armrest has gone on.
Oh, bloody hell, not the centre console.
You're talking like, if it's not under warranty, you're talking like nearly $3,000 now, I reckon.
It's ridiculous. They're meant to be good, reliable German machines, though, aren't they?
Yeah, they're not the same anymore. I'm not getting done for slander here, but they're not the same as they used to be. My 3 Series was a lot stronger. And that was older.
You were good in that. You had that for a while, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. But who are the biggest knobheads on the road, in your opinion? And I'll give you my opinion on it. Who are the worst kind of drivers on the road?
You're being very stereotypical here.
No, I'm not.
You are. It's like, it depends on the person, doesn't it? Like, one person could drive. Like, as in, like, people who drive a certain type
Who winds you up the most? You're on the motorway, who fucks you off the most?
Just idiots, really, though. Like,
for me.
But you can't put it down to a category, can you? Because
I can.
Someone could drive
I can.
a certain car, someone could drive the same car and be completely different.
Well,
drivers.
I can.
Go on then.
Fucking lorry drivers. They do my fucking head in. Why?
Yeah, they can be quite bad. Like, they just act like they're on the road sometimes.
They've both got... So, lorries, they can... Most of them, these big heavy ones, they max out at about 65 mile an hour. His mate, that maxes out at 65 mile an hour as well. So, they can both go the same fucking speed. One's behind the other. Yeah. One rears up into the middle lane out of the left lane. They're going the exact same speed.
Yeah.
The exact same fucking speed for I don't know how many miles. And then the right-hand lane's then getting clogged up because these two twats, oh, you're right, Dave, you're right, Kerry, oh, we can both go 65 mile an hour, but let's fuck off the rest of the world.
On radios.
Oh, yeah, 10-4 rubber dick. Going 65 here, cocker. Do you know what I mean? They can't go any faster, so what the...
It's not that either, it's when they pull out as well, because, like, I know they struggle to look, probably, because they're so high up, but they just pull out, man.
Well, I've got a couple of stories about them, because I've had a crash, and I nearly died about 2.5 months ago. So I was in the left-hand lane and there were a lorry in the right-hand lane. Yeah. I was going faster than the lorry because I don't know why they'd like to be in the next lane. Imagine, and another thing as well, imagine if lorries go in right-hand lane, it'd be fucking murder, wouldn't it?
Yeah, well, they're not allowed.
Yeah, I know they're not allowed. Thank fuck. But anyway, so I'm in the left-hand lane. There was this lorry in the right-hand lane, but it was a foreign lorry, so obviously they drive, their steering wheel's on the left, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I was in the...
Where were you, Ron?
No, I was in the right-hand lane. he was in the left-hand lane. That's it. He was in the left-hand lane. I was in the right-hand lane. But obviously his steering wheel's on the left. So to see his blind spot, him coming from the middle to the left, it gives him an advantage. Do you know what I mean? So they'll go over. But if he's going to the right, you can't check the blind spot. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Through the window, that is. So I'm driving, and I've seen him put his indicator on, and I shit you not, and he started coming over, and he probably missed me by about a fucking inch.
Everything goes slow motion.
And I was like, you fucking idiot. He was Hungarian, the plate had a little H for Hungary, and I thought, what a fucking idiot.
Yeah, it's dangerous, man. They're massive.
Honestly, it nearly took me out. And then another one, we'll get onto car crashes now, we'll just segue into fucking car crashes. So I got my old fucking Clio, it was a shit car.
One thing I need to get out there is, like, do them lorry drivers know something we don't know in average speed? Because they seem to plough through it. Yeah,
but sometimes when you're in a different lane to him, you're looking at him, you think that he's going to go into the back of him.
Yeah.
They've got I don't know.
But they just go through at 60, and it's like, and then I got dumped. I got 3 points in average speed, 2 o'clock in the morning, not a car on the road.
You fucking idiot. What was the average speed at 2 o'clock in the morning?
50, they had it on 50. And
there were no cars on the road?
Nah.
What's the point then?
Coming back from London.
It's meant to regulate traffic, isn't it?
Yeah, and then I got a ticket at 2 o'clock in the morning. But lorry drivers, woof. Straight through it, and it's like, do they know something we don't know? Do they get away with it? What?
It's a bit fucking
so if anyone knows, comment.
Yeah, leave a comment down below. How much do you hate lorry drivers on a scale of 1 to fucking a million? But yeah, so my main car crash wasn't my fault. Legit wasn't my fault. I've got the paperwork to prove it. I won't go too much into like insurances and stuff like that because I don't think it's needed. Put it this way, I got the value of my car back. We'll just leave it at that. But anyway, so I've come off the motorway. I've gone under this bridge, and then I'm going into my hometown of Leyland, which is a small town in Lancashire, which I keep telling people every podcast.
Yeah.
So I'm coming into Leyland, and as I'm at the traffic lights, I'm stood at. So there's like a set of traffic lights, and then there's like the next set of traffic lights, but there's only like 10-metre gap, something like that, isn't there? And then on the right, the lane to the right of that, there's a lorry. It goes onto the M6, and there was a lorry in that lane, and I didn't really know what was going on because I was just in my own little world, sat stationary at a red traffic light. Next thing you know, I just hit a crash, and my back window went through, and I was like, "What the fucking hell has just happened?" And I've shunted into this BMW in front of me as well. I was like, what the fuck's just happened? So I've got out.
Quick, doesn't it?
Yeah. So the guy in front of me, he gets out of his car, and then I get out of my car. He was like, whoa, what just happened? I said, mate, I've not got a fucking clue. And he said, no, it was a lorry. A back end of a lorry's just hit you. I said, what? He said, yeah, the back end of a lorry's just hit you. And we looked up the slip road, and this lorry's going up the slip road, and he's like kind of slowed down. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then he's seen us, like looking up the slip road, bam, straight onto the M6. I thought, you fucking prick. And I didn't catch his, because I was in shock. And this is only about 18 months, no, about 2 years ago now, probably. I was in that much shock, I didn't get his reg plate. I was like, what the fuck? The guy behind me said, did you get his plate, mate? And I said, no. He said, well, it's a good job I'm here, isn't it? I was like, did you get it? And he went, yeah. And it was like a private plate for this firm. So obviously I went through the insurances and everything, but I then tried driving my car, and like the back end, it was like, I don't know, it like took a massive chunk near the rear wheel arch, and it's lucky that nobody was in the back of my car. I was coming back from work. It's lucky nobody was in the back of my car because and it just makes me think, like, if there was somebody in the back, like my niece or my nephew or something, they would have really been fucking hurt. Managed to like drive it slightly to the side of the road, and then I waited for the pickup guy to come, the recovery guy, should I say, and then he turned up and he said to me, he said, that's a write-off, that, mate. I said, are you sure? He went, definitely. He said, with the age of the car and everything, he said, they'll write that off straight away. But they valued it at more than I paid for it. We'll leave it there. Have you ever been in a crash?
Yeah, but I was a passenger.
Enlighten me.
I don't think we should talk about this one because we were driving like idiots.
Right.
We took out about 10 metres of fence and hit a tree. I'm not going to tell you where it is or who was driving, but let's just say it was a bit exciting.
What car was it in?
I can't say because he'll know. If he's listening, he'll know.
Fuck off.
A Honda Civic.
Oh, I know who it is. I think.
Yeah, don't say it.
One or two people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Never mind.
But anyway, but the other thing what drives me mad, like I say, like that hit and run there, what you even in car parks, man, if someone like dinks your car in a car park and they don't say anything, they just go.
Yeah.
Someone's working hard and paying for that car, even if it's like not a very nice car, but it's the only car they've got, and they're looking after it. Just stop and put your details on, man.
Well, you just called it a hit and run, didn't you?
Yeah.
I called the police straight away.
Yeah.
After that, been involved in a hit and run. Like, who's hit you? I was like, a lorry. They're like, right, are you injured? And I said, well, my neck hurts a bit. What are you laughing? What are you laughing for? I said, my neck hurts a bit. And then they said,
that was a night we went bungee jumping after, wasn't it?
I said, my neck hurts a bit. Like, yeah, but how hard did he strike you? And I was like, it didn't strike me. I said, he's hit my car and then drove off. Oh, no, that's not a hit and run. That's just a vehicle collision. I said, he's hit me.
I don't know how the category.
He's hit me and drove off.
Yeah.
That's what I thought it was as well. I thought it was a hit and run. So fatalities on the road as well. I'm completely just switched that up, didn't I?
Yeah.
Flip it on its head because
So
we've gone through lorries now.
You're getting
I don't really like fucking not all of them. If you're a lorry driver, I don't hate all of yous. Just if you can explain in the comments why some of them behave like they do. They're having like the wacky races on the fucking
it goes down to person. Like I said
M6.
before, though, doesn't it? Like some drivers are better than others.
Yeah. Another thing as well, actually. One last thing about you lorry drivers. Do you know when you're coming on at a junction?
You're gonna get battered, you.
I'm gonna fucking drive them with pitchforks. Yeah. But when you're coming on, when you're getting on,
3 Stobarts have pulled up.
Fucking hell, Eddie's there. Look at him. No, but when you're coming onto a motorway and they don't fucking get into the middle lane.
What do you mean?
They just carry on driving, because you've got to get on up from the slip road.
Oh, right, yeah.
And they just go, I'll just block the whole, me fucking...
Yeah, and you end up...
Dave at the front, Terry behind, fucking Eddie behind him. Do you know what I mean? Fucking move across, you bastards.
It's a lot for them to move, though, to be fair.
In fact, I'm gonna credit lorry drivers now. We went to Wales once. Did you come?
Possibly.
We went to Abersock. I don't think it was...
No, I didn't come Abersock, no.
Yeah, we went to Wales once and my car ran out of water in the middle lane of a fucking motorway. And I was literally sat in the middle lane of the motorway and I was thinking, oh my fucking God, what am I going to do now? I was stuck. There was traffic to the left and the right to go like 70 mile an hour either side at the side of me. I was like, oh shit, what happened? What am I going to do? And it was like this. There was like I don't know, a message from above. This lorry driver and this 4x4 driver. One was in the left-hand lane, one was in the right-hand lane. Stopped at the same time. It was weird. Wow. Weird. Stopped at the same time. Oh, do you want an hand, mate? We'll push you into the arch shoulder. I've never seen nothing like it.
You're lucky there, man.
Humility. It was great. Yeah. Great time to be a human, that was. And he pushed me into the side. One of them were a lorry driver, so he's definitely not
he's
fucking...
Right, isn't he?
He's not listening. But he was sound, whoever he was, driving towards Wales in like 2010 or something. Good block. That was when I was in Thai Beast.
In Thai Beast?
Yeah. Percentage, here's one for you. Percentage of traffic fatalities that involved the following. What do you think the main one is?
What do you mean? As in, like, why it's happening?
Yeah, what do you think the main cause of fatalities on the road is whilst driving?
It's got to be phones, isn't it?
Well, we'll go from the lowest percentage to the highest one. So 11% of fatalities, of traffic fatalities, is due to bad weather.
Yeah.
16% is distractions, which is like phones, gadgets and stuff. 31% speeding.
Oh, yeah, okay, I get that.
32% drink driving. Drink driving is another one. Why the fuck do people do it?
No.
Even if it's just whack, I don't even do it on one.
Nah, I never risk it.
Why just...
I don't drink, but I used to, and you just don't do it, even the morning after. Like,
it's again going back to what we were saying about people on the phones. Like you put your own life at risk first and foremost. You're putting your own life at risk.
But yeah, like I say, it's not just yours; it's
everyone else's
and
people's family. You ruin families just because you want to fucking drink and drive. I don't get it. You see so many fucking people doing it as well.
It's not even that. It's not even worth the ban. Can you imagine not having a car for like you say, you're working now.
Yeah.
Even if you don't cause a fatality, it can still mess your life up.
Well, yeah.
Like if you're self-employed and you need to drive to work every day or get around, you lose that license for a year.
That's what I mean.
You're struggling. It's going to cost you a bomb. Your insurance is going to go up next time you try and get one when you get your license back. You're just you're making it hard work for your family full stop. It's selfish.
It is selfish. How many people out there do you reckon do it though? There's fucking hundreds. I've got friends who are doing it. It fucks me off.
Yeah.
My own friends, I'm just like, why are you drink driving? Like, just...
It's hard that, like, there are people who, like, the day after, in the afternoon, they feel fine, they feel like I can drive and they're still over the limit. It's hard to... I
kind of get that.
It's like, how long do you leave it for?
Yeah, I'm talking like people who are going to a pub, driving to a pub, having like 3 or 4 pints and driving.
Yeah.
It's
You can say what you want, like, oh yeah, I felt fine, but it's not. You don't know how you're feeling really because it changes your senses.
Yeah.
Alcohol affects you in ways.
Yeah, of course it does.
Realize.
It just slows you down, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like, your judgment gets
in
a
all
lot
different
more
ways.
cloudy.
Like, you have 4 pints, you're a bit of a dick, you know.
Well, yeah. You are the one, yeah.
No, you change. You can make people angry. It can make slows, like your reaction time, like you say, slows down.
Yeah.
All that sort of stuff. You shouldn't. It's not for me.
With phones as well. I'm just going to quickly hop back there. Do you know what my ideal job would be? I'm not even fucking arsed. People are like, oh, you'd be a little snitch, blah, blah, blah. I'd love for my job to be a phone catcher outer. So somebody would drive me, and then I'd have a phone in my hand, right? And I go around, the person who drives, so it's a 2-man operation. So me and you with the phone police, for example.
Yeah.
So you drive, and I've got a camera. And then if we catch somebody who's on the phone while they're driving, bam, straight away, 6 points, £250 fine. Got you there, got you here on camera, banged you to rights, got you here on the camera, playing on your phone. And there you go, there's your fucking registration plate.
Yeah.
And I'd want it to be commission based because I'd be a fucking millionaire very, very fast. If there's anybody who works in the police forces or...
Yeah, because I'd say we've got a
if there is anyone who works in the police force and they know how I can get like into this kind of work, I'd love to fucking do it. I really would, because it pisses me off. How many people... If that was made a law, 6 points, £250 fine if you get caught on your phone, and there was like teams going round catching people doing it, how many less people do you think would do it? There'd be a fucking hell of a lot, wouldn't there? We're not cunt on
a lot less people doing it now, I think, because they've changed the rules, haven't they? It's a bigger fine and more points. So I think people are doing it less now anyway. But
everyone's still doing it, mate.
But it's like drink driving, it's a ban.
Everyone's addicted to the fucking phones. Oh, addiction.
Yeah, I know. But it's like a drink driving, that's a ban, but people still do it. Take your license off for you for a year, messes your life up.
Yeah.
But people still do it.
I tell you what I do a lot whilst I'm driving. Like, I don't smoke anymore, but I smoke an e-cig. You know, I vape. I vape and drive. I don't find that a distraction though, because it's always in my hand and.
Yeah, but you're not taking your eyes off the road.
No, it's just like a subconscious thing, isn't it?
You're not taking your eyes off the road, but you're taking your hand off the steering wheel, so not like. But it's like people smoke like normally in car.
Yeah.
And that's not legal unless you're in like company cars and stuff like that. But I don't know. It's different to looking at a phone where you're taking your eyes off the road and concentrating on something else.
Yeah.
Because like I say, you can do it subconsciously, can't you? Like,
yeah. Have you ever... I used to have this thing as well where I wouldn't have my windows down on the motorway. Because
of wind-up.
Well, that use more fuel. Obviously, if you didn't know, now you do. That and people who are smoking flick a fucking cigarette.
Yeah.
Imagine if it came on your car and set your car on fire. Well, not set your car on fire, but do you know what I mean?
Lands on your knee and you're doing 70.
Yeah. Yes.
I don't. Well,
there's not that many people smoking anymore, actually.
No.
Getting a bit healthier. And this podcast is brought to you by HGB Personal Training. So if you are looking for a personal trainer. We've done a podcast all about this, but
what number was that? Tell me what number was it?
That was number 6.
6.
We're now on number 8. So we only had a gap for one with you. Can't fucking get rid of you.
Just wait.
What else have we got? Cyclists on the road. They're King Dick on the road, them, aren't they? With the race, the road bikes.
I don't mind cyclists, but it's when they double up. double up talking to each other, man, and you're like, no matter how fast you're on a bike, you're not going to hit what a car speed can.
I know, yeah. But the ones who are on their own, but they ride in the middle of the road, they make me laugh. It's like, what the fuck are you doing?
It's a tough one because, like, road bikes, especially, you see them swerving because they've got such thin tyres. Like, I ride a road bike, and when you hit one of them grids, it can tear you a new one, and 2, it can take your tyre off your rim if you're going faster.
3, you can fucking no more children. Fucking balls end up on your fucking shoulders.
You go on with squeaky voice, but
no, hey love.
That's
what
fair
happened?
enough.
Yeah,
like,
great.
but there's hand signals. Maybe like when they did the cycle efficiency, they should do one for like more advanced one for the ride on the road, but give them enough space. And it is, some drivers are bad with it as well. Like, give them enough space, but don't double up.
No.
When they double up and you just can't get past them, it's like, you don't own the road. The biggest piece of metal there behind, like, you got 2 ton of metal behind you doing 40, 50. There's only one winner.
Yeah.
Just be careful, man.
There's kids as well, though. Have you seen the kids who double up on the mountain bikes in the middle of the road?
Oh, yeah,
I seen some yesterday. I was like, what the fuck are you doing?
On my stay at home, there was like 6 or 7 kids just riding the bikes down the road, and I was literally crawling
like,
3 miles an hour.
Yeah.
But like,
you do apart from honk your own.
Nothing but you just get middle finger, don't you? And just carry on riding.
Fuck you, fam.
Fucking
hell, we're in Leyland, not London. That's a fucking way.
I don't know. You can't really win with that one, can you?
No, you can't.
Don't double up.
You can't really do that, can you?
Way! We're just going round and round with this.
Oh, fucking hit a grid now.
Yeah, I'm glad we spoke about it.
You need to put your brakes on you.
We'll leave that. I'm getting tired. We'll do another one. You have to be right frame.
That's it. So don't worry, I can edit this and we can tarmac over it. It's right.
Flipping heck.
Parking wardens. I'd love to be a parking warden just for a day. See how many folk I could piss off. You've got to have some bollocks to do that job, haven't you?
Yeah, man. Can you imagine the hate mail you get?
Imagine being a parking warden.
It's a parking warden.
They're on commission. Do you know they're on commission?
Yeah.
How many? Could you do it? Could you do it? Could you not? Not with the bollocks.
Nah.
Imagine how many if you were an argumentative person, it is your perfect job, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but like I always pay for parking, but it pisses me off paying for parking.
It's quite simple, though, isn't it? Just don't park on double yellow lines.
Yeah. Oh yeah, but I mean like.
Pay if you're in a car park, pay it's £1.20 or £70.
I can understand in like city centres where there's like pedestrian zones, but like where there's like. It's all private owned car parks now, isn't it? So you're paying someone else for the privilege of parking.
Aldi now's parking eye.
Yeah.
I'll tell you a quick story. I've got a little bit of time left. I'll tell you a quick story from Aldi. I went to Aldi once in an evening, parked up, got a bit of shopping, came out, and then the next morning I went again. So I've come out of the car park at night. The next morning I've come in early hours though. Yeah. And then I've got a letter through from parking at Aldi, and they said, you got a £70 fine because your car's been there all night. Excuse me. Luckily, I know the assistant manager in that Aldi there. Yeah. So I went in and I said, look, mate, I've come in and out of the car park, but I've come like early in the morning. And they're saying I've been there for 15 hours, which I've not. He went, they're a fucking nightmare. Keep having this problem. But how many people, say somebody else didn't know the manager in there, how many people are paying this because of fucking incompetence from Parking Eye? Fuck you, Parking Eye.
Listen to this
Not even asked.
I know someone, and I'm not going to name them, but they parked on a pub car park that was shut.
Mm. Right, closed down?
No, that was just shut at the time.
Alright.
A public house, and ended up with a parking ticket because they couldn't go into the pub because it was shut.
Name and shame this pub. Name and shame the pub.
I would, if I can remember what the pub was called.
Where is it?
In Penwitham. The pub was shut, parked on
Pear Tree?
No. Or near Co-op.
The pub near the Co-op, you're absolute crooks.
Like the pub was shut, parked on the pub, went into the Co-op. This is what I'm led to believe. Went into the Co-op to see what time the pub opened. Got back in the car, drove off. Ticket.
That's a joke.
There's like 30 spaces there. And it's like you can't use this car park for anything else.
It's bollocks, innit?
Yeah, well, it's a public house.
Exactly. What are they doing there?
Yeah. Crazy.
So you couldn't be a parking warden?
No.
Have you ever been done by a speed camera?
Yeah.
How
So
many?
When I didn't go on the average speed, I got caught there, but I weren't going too fast, so I got away with speed awareness. And then I got caught when I had my Ford Ranger on a mobile speed camera doing just about 36 in a 40.
I've been done by one of their mobile speed cameras.
And yeah.
Go on.
And I want mine, but I was banged to rights because they asked him for a picture, and there's a picture of me picking my nose. Straight up, fingers like nearly touching my brain, like driving out the road. And
they got me on a bend coming out of the city centre in Preston. Do you know when you're heading towards the docks and there's that bend?
Yeah.
And it was right on the bend with a mobile speed gun. But in my defence, it goes from like a 30 to a 40, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So I was like speeding up to go 40. And it was when I was in Tybe East again. A lot of good stories came out of that little punter. But I had a sound system, so I had like a subwoofer and fucking an amplifier, and it was like, dum. Do you remember the old sound system? Why aren't kids doing it these days?
Subs.
Yeah, the kids aren't doing it these days, are they?
No, they got more
We all have fucking my sound system were worth more than my car. Honestly, no, it was true story.
Yeah.
And it was like dum dum dum, and then he's like, "Oh, can you come in?"
Yeah,
and then we met Neil was like, can you come in? Can you come in? And then I was just like, fucking. So my mate says to me, he says, "Oh, I think he's calling you in here." So I pulled in. He said, "Right, why do you think I've pulled you over?" And I said, "I don't know why I just did like a Brian Clough voice." Why do you think I've pulled you over? I said, I'm not sure. Is it because of my music? He went, "No, it's not." I said, "Right." He says, "How fast was you going then?" I said, 31, 32. No, you were going 38. Usually we give you 10%, so we'd give you to 33, 34. I was like, why are you telling me that? You're still going to give me a fucking ticket. Yeah. Please, Mr. Officer, no.
I was caught bang to that.
And he fucking got me. I think that was like 60 quid or something like that. Did I get the points? Yeah, I did I think I got 3 points. But I think they cleared, aren't they, after a while?
Worst one I ever did was I was on Tesco and I was doing, as you do, in a little Fiesta, handbrake turns on car park.
You was one of them where
yeah, dickhead, like young dickhead. Did a couple of handbrake turns. Next minute, police come. Everyone's scarpered. I went. I just drove off the other way. Not speeding, not driving. Just drove off the other way. Both police horse in front of me. Back in them days, we had a really broad Wigan accent, right?
Wiganese.
Yeah. So like. We tend to say, instead of saying no, we used to say nay. This fucking horse comes to the window. He knocks on window and he says, "Do you think that's funny, lad?" I went, "Nay." He took me into the petrol station and gave me an absolute...
What, for saying nay?
Fucking, yeah.
So he's rocked up on a police horse?
He checked my car over, everything was legal. And he didn't give me a ticket because he said, "I haven't seen you doing them. We just have reports of it." I tell you what, I never did it again. But when he wound that window down and it just came out my mouth, he stood on sat on a 7-foot horse with police written all over it. He said, "Do you think that's funny, lad?" And I just went, "Nay."
Oh, I fucking love Wigan as being a fucking funny breed. You
caught up with me then, man.
Nay.
Get in that petrol station. Oh, shit.
Follow this horse.
He was checking everything. He got down off his high horse. And checked my tyres, checked everything. He went through everything. Luckily, my car was legal and everything. And he was just like, he proper laid into me. Made me shit myself. I was just like, I never did it again.
What did he say when he came up to you? "Hey, stop."
Oh no. It just came out of my mouth. Nay. That was it. He seen red then. Boom. Petrol station.
Get in here now.
Full MOT went on in that petrol station.
You should have said that to him. You need to get off your right horse.
Oh man. No, I panicked. I knew as soon as I said it, I panicked. Oh shit.
Was he not from Wigan?
No. He was from Wales.
That's another thing you were speaking about, like being on the car park. What's the deal? Honestly, what's the deal with people like my age, 27-year-old, sitting on a fucking car park drinking Mountain Dew? Mountain Dew, a fucking monster with like fucking 16-year-old girls. You's lot have got problems.
Yeah, man.
I'm not even, but I'll
not
be the
busy
first
enough,
to say.
man. They need to go work.
They do. They just sit in the corner of a Tesco car park, don't they?
We used to drive around.
See, I've never,
car park.
never seen the appeal. It's like, look at my exhaust. It makes this sound. Rum, rum.
Oh no, we did.
Look at my exhaust.
It's social thing.
Yeah,
Like, people meeting up.
Yeah, but that's when you were younger. When
fuel was cheap.
Yeah, fuel was cheap, and everyone just passed like. But I'm saying like now, people like my age, fucking 30-year-old.
Yeah.
And it's like, fuck me. Like, look at my exhaust. Like, fucking hell, get out your fucking mum's basement.
I would love to have the time to be able to do that now.
Would you actually?
Like, no, I'm just saying, like, I just want free time. Because I come home from work, the last thing I've got time for is to go drive around car parks and chill out.
I think it's really strange odd behaviour. You see him in McDonald's as well.
Yeah.
Like, fucking...
We used to do it, man. We used to drive to like McDonald's, everyone would meet there, and you'd be like, oh, I think he's in Preston, we'll go to the Preston bus station.
Hey, you drive around and shit. Yeah, but that's when you're young though. I'm talking about lads in the late 20s, 30-year-olds, and spending the spare time. Fair enough, the socialising, but like they park dead close to each other and they wide the windows down there, just smoking fags and drinking Monster for fucking 6 hours at a time.
Yeah. I get like car meets, organised car meets and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's a hobby, ain't it? Like, but I just don't get.
If they enjoy it, It's not for me.
Each to their own.
Yeah.
Each to their own. So, fuel prices. We're talking about that as well. That's going up and 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 up as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know why?
Go on.
Because they don't want to sell it to us anymore.
I don't know the ins and outs of that one.
It's all
pisses
like
me off. It's too
Middle
expensive.
East and Africa and stuff like that, isn't it? If America have got a bad relationship with them, then the fuel prices are going to go up. And Mr. Trump and Iran and all that at the minute, it's a bit. It's not for me to comment on.
To pay off, don't we?
I know. I need to frack right off. They're doing it in Blackpool, aren't they? Frackers.
Yeah, that's not even all. They're blocking roads.
I know, they keep blocking roads.
It's not my fault for fracking.
I know. Every time I drive past, I'm like, oh, for frack's sake. There's a bit on the, what's it called? Have you seen that on the M6? It says democracy is fracked.
No.
Have you not seen that?
Oh, no. They don't mind sounds like that.
Yeah, there's like a...
bit of a...
There's thingy, like...
twist,
there's artists, isn't there? Like, how do they do that on motorways, you reckon? Do you know when they... Because it's all perfect, but they'll have to be like spray painted.
Yeah, they must be
upside down.
Yeah.
So that or they've got a cradle.
I don't know.
But I don't know how the...
abseil down a bit.
Yeah. I don't know what else I've got.
Diesel ban, man. What do you think about that?
Diesel ban?
Yeah.
Lower emissions. I don't think it'll make much fucking difference. We're still fucking up the environment with petrol, so...
Well, do you think it'll happen, though?
Well, they're saying like in a city there's going to be diesel taxes and stuff. Are you on about diesels going altogether?
They're on about banning diesels altogether, aren't they?
I think in 20, 30 years, I don't think there'll be petrol cars anymore. I think they'll just be electric. Electric.
That's the way they're going.
Have you seen Teslas?
It's going to cost a bomb on it, but my question is...
Well, it will, but...
If you bought a diesel car now, right, and you're planning on keeping it, what are they going to do? Like a scrappage scheme? But what if you do a scrappage scheme, like you're in a position where you can't afford finance? You've spent 5 years paying a car off, you've got a diesel, and then they're expecting you to wade in for the scrappage scheme and then start a new finance deal.
No, that is a bit daft.
They're going to have to do something. It's going to cost a lot of money for the government.
Have you seen these new... Have you ever seen Teslas? Or have you seen about them?
Scarily good.
The latest one, 0 to 60 in 1.6 seconds, fully electric. It's scary. But he's like Elon Musk, he's a clever man.
Yeah, but we don't really...
You know the self-driving them, don't you?
Yeah. I just watched the video the other day. Just two lads doing it, filling the pants.
Me. Yeah, but there's things like you've still got to keep your hand on the wheel. But
Yeah,
there's like things for the wheel now where you can like clip on, so it feels like there's something on it. Man. So they're putting it in self-driving, doing the fucking, doing the office work and shit.
Because computers go wrong.
Yeah, but there's like taxis, self-driving fucking... not self-driving taxis. Yeah, self-driving taxis and stuff. What are coming up? Robot cars and stuff. It's all a bit. Could you trust them? I mean, I get anxious just fucking getting.
They'll be safeguarded, like they'll just shut off. But that day when all cars just fucking stop the world ends, doesn't it? You know what I mean? It's like I don't know. Scares me. Scares the life out of me.
I know.
When they start putting your seatbelt on for you I'm like,
Yeah.
fuck that, I'm not doing it.
I prefer going.
Choke me to death.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Well, I prefer. What's your favourite mode of transport?
Probably push bike, but it's like
Really?
as for local thing, yeah. But
I love going.
or walking, just walking, man.
Well, yeah.
Or public transport. I don't mind just being out and about.
No, I like trains. I really like trains. Like if I have an option, honestly, no word of a lie. If I had the option, for example, last year, I went to Plymouth to see a couple of my mates. I flew there.
Yeah.
I couldn't be arsed with the drive. Because the flight weren't that much. It was like
driving's
100 quid
convenient,
return.
though. It's like your second home, and everything's in your car that you need. And all that, you know.
Oh, I just don't like it. I don't like it.
I don't mind driving, to be fair. I mean, it gets me ticks when I get stuck in traffic because something. I don't know what happened today, but it could be something nothing like rubbernecks, like you said. That's what gets on my nerves. But like, I don't know. I don't mind driving, but it's convenient for me because I'm like do mobile BT as well, so I've got everything there all the time. You know.
Well, I've got to drive to every single job I go to.
Yeah.
But now what I've started doing, setting off a lot earlier in the morning, so I'll get on site for like 6:30. There's no traffic on the road, it's nice. Yeah. But then coming home, I'll have to set off earlier as well.
Yeah.
Plus, my car's being a bit dicky at the minute, so I'm taking air roads. I'm not winging that fucking motorway. I'm just gonna go again. Fuck that. I think I've covered everything that I've put on here. Oh no, there's one last thing.
Oh, there you go.
Well, there's a couple of things. I think very professional. This is more of a ramble, though. It's a therapy session. This one, it is just fucking
I feel better.
Get it all out there. There's gonna be a few more of these as well, where me and Bush just go off on on a moan about a topic of choice. What do you think of motorcyclists?
They're alright. Till they take your wind mirror off when you're stuck on motorway.
Do you not think they're on the fucking iOS or something?
It's down to person again.
Yeah, but
some are safe, some are reckless.
They are. I think a lot of them are reckless.
Motorbikes scare life out of me. My dad rides bikes. My brother's rode bikes. I've always thought to myself, I'll hurt myself on a motorbike.
I don't trust myself.
I don't like two wheels. It's not other people, it's me.
Yeah.
It's like if I get confident on it, I'll push it too far and end up endangering lives of others and myself. I know I will.
Yeah.
Just the way I am on it.
And that would be really, really bad.
On your bike, son. Come on, we'll get the next one out before we're going to get sick of these jokes. 10 people have just signed off already. Come on.
I can't. Another thing I put down was traffic police. That's going to be the last thing on the thing. These sneaky little fucks.
You can't say that wrong.
I fucking can. I can say what I want. Traffic police, the sneaky little fuckers. I don't know how. Number one, when you see them, do you know, like in the bushes on the motorway? Who's cut this little bush area out for them? They just sit in the little bushes, don't they? Like sneaky little meerkats.
You can say what you want here, but you shouldn't be speeding.
Well, yeah, I don't agree with speeding anyway. If you come in the car with me, you'd be like, fucking hell, Byron, put your foot down. Honestly, I'm like a granddad. If it's a 30 zone, I'm doing 30. Yeah. That's another thing as well, actually, while we're on the point of speeding. People who get right up your arse when you're doing the speed limit. Do you know what I feel like? Have you ever seen Gavin and Stacey? When Uncle Bryn's on the motorway.
I think so, yeah.
And he's going 70, going, they're getting right up behind you now, Bryn. And he turns around and he goes, don't worry, I'm doing the national speed limit, which is 70 miles per hour. And he's in the right-hand lane.
Oh, yeah, that's bad though, isn't it? That's dangerous.
Yeah, what is it? Because you're only meant to be doing 70.
Yeah, but everyone else should be doing 60, 50.
Yeah, but like in a 30, I'll do 30. In a 40, I'll do... I've always been like that. But then you get knobheads who are fucking razzing through middle of town centres doing like 40, 50 mile an hour.
Expensive.
Well, yeah. The minority ruin it for the majority.
Exactly.
But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed that. I hope you've got a few things off your chest.
Sat in traffic for 45 minutes, feel awesome.
You've got to drive now, and then you can like, fucking hate you all over again. But I'm glad that I've got that off my chest because I've been waiting a while to do this podcast.
Good man.
And get it off my chest.
Happy to help.
And now it's done. But thank you very much for coming back on, mate.
Sam. Perfect.
We'll have a few more. We'll have a few more coming up with Tom. If you watched the last not gambling podcast, the betting tips podcast that me and Aidan did, it didn't go too well. And if you're thinking to yourself, why didn't it win? Number one, you will struggle to find. I'm just defending us now. You'll struggle to find many people who had a win this weekend on the football, right?
Yeah, it's a bit.
Bet responsibly, like we said. Keep your bets low. If you don't really trust in our bets, keep the bets low. Like a fiver on the accumulator. Anyone can afford a fiver. Anyone who's working. Do you know what I mean? It's nearly the price of a pint nowadays, isn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, we're not encouraging people to go out there and gamble. We're just giving tips if you are putting an accumulator on.
Don't have a pint and drive either.
Yeah, don't have a pint and drive, yeah. But yeah, thanks if you watch that. Thanks for all the feedback. You know, people who messaged me on Facebook or Twitter or left nice comments on the YouTube videos. And yeah, we're going to be back at some point. I know this podcast, life's been getting in the way a bit. Been a busy man, and we were going to do this last week, weren't we?
Yeah.
So there has been a bit of a gap. I'll try and get one podcast out a week minimum, but if not, it'll be one every 2 weeks.
Unsociable personal training hours.
Yeah, that's it. My unsociable painting hours. Well, that's another fucking podcast in itself.
Oh yeah, let's do that one.
But working on site.
Yeah.
Be good than that. Fucking hell, we'll be here all day. But yeah, if you like this podcast, then give it a thumbs up. Comment if there's anything what winds you up about driving. Drop us a comment on YouTube. See if we can relate. Subscribe if you're on YouTube as well. I'm about on, I think we're on 65 subscribers now.
Ooh.
So another 35 and we're up to the big 100.
Get it shared.
That'd be nice. Yeah, share it as well. Sharing's caring. It's a normal podcast for normal people. But yeah, thanks a lot for tuning in. If watching if you're on YouTube, and if you're listening on iTunes or Spotify, and we'll catch you next time.
See you later.
Peace.
All the best.
Peace out. Watch them roads.
All the best. Drive safe.